Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then, of course, I don't get involved in that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Here.
I'm here to check that.
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then, of course, I don't get involved in that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Here.
I'm here to check that.
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then, of course, I don't get involved in that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. A good morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing in the world, coming to you from TBN Studios, Guyana. So I was issued with a warning from Dr. Mark Defrance. If I do not apologize and retract my statement, he will bring a lawsuit against me. After much careful consideration of the fact that I have individuals like Azurrdin Mohamed and some other individuals have so far amassed a $60 million, amounting to about $60 million in awards against me in different defamation lawsuits, all still before the court and appeal and so on. In light of all of that, I had a discussion with my lawyer and a number of right-thinking people, because I don't always be thinking right, on where we discussed an apology to ensure that no more lawsuits are brought against me, and I try to stay away from these kind of problems. So it was a lengthy discussion, and it was not really up to me, the decision that was made. Who knows me knows if I am going to apologize, it will be hard on me, because it's not normal for me to have to apologize. So this decision was not taken lightly. When I was issued with an ultimatum by Dr. Mark Defrance to apologize, we exchanged some words on the phone, and I became very fearful that more money is going to be added to the $60 million. So I discussed with my lawyers whether to make an apology. A heartfelt and sincere apology. They said not only an apology, but a heartfelt and sincere apology. So with a heavy heart, I say to Dr. Mark Defrance, why you don't wreck your mother's cunt? You take Mohamed money. We going to court. France, Mark Defrance, what's the difference between 60 million, 70 million, 80? They ain't got no difference. Fuck you. You take Mohamed money. We going to court. What? What I can tell you, Mark Defrance, I added something else for you put in your lawsuit. The Barbie smart way you take money from for the sandpit. The Barbie-shun way you take money from for the sandpit. Promise him that you will get sandpit. You know people in lands and surveys. Right? You really ride with the yalatal. You think I come to the top of the food chain to be bamboozled by a discredited doctor? How much doctor you know? Out of the hundreds of doctors get taken off for 2 years. You telling people how the matter is nothing but it's fraud. You're a fraudster. No, where we go to court, we got eyes add that to your fucking lawsuit. Bear in mind, I ain't talking with out water in my mouth. Or with water in my mouth. As these lawsuits coming, I getting smart, you know. You know why Simona Brooms get $8 million, awarded $8 million? Because I didn't make the effort and go find the proof to show. And it was a matter of fact. I didn't make the effort. I did not make the effort. As a matter of fact, I didn't make the effort. I know where I erred. So, Mark Defrance, if you will know who you're dealing with, man, like you know, we campaign together in 2020. It's a militant banner, buddy. And here was the funny thing, like Indian people. How they money. Me ain't got no value for money. I don't got a value where people go, oh, money, I have 1 million, I have 10 million, and this and that. You money hungry. You take Mohamed money. And the man from Borbies. We have the sum, we have the individual. You assume me and the man too? Or you think because of the man nefarious activity? The man ain't care, the man ain't get card, the man give you money. And when you collect the man money, you knew what business the man does do. But you don't care. If you would collect money from a sanction man, if you would collect money and associate yourself with a sanction man, probably sanction the US, sanction the whole world, no. You take money from anybody. So, the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana had much to say recently. Let's hear what he had to say.
Fellow Guyanese, I've seen many reports on social media posting by Azurrdin Mohamed.
I don't know if he white calling him man name. The ban is insignificant.
In which
This man here,
he continuously made
this man here has outdone every other president in the history of Guyana in 5 years. And Barjagio wasn't an easy president. It wasn't an easy presidency. This man here, I don't know why he continues to worry, but I will ask, the next time I see him, I'm asking him, what is the program with he, and because the boy's supposed to be in jail? Why is not Soku not acting? Why the Guyana police force is not acting? What is the game they're playing? So let's listen and hear what he has to say.
the false claim to suit, of course, his own false narrative that it is the government of Guyana that sanctioned him. Let me be elusively clear. Azurrdin Mohamed was sanctioned by the United States government after they would have found evidence strong enough to have OFAC sanctioning. OFAC sanctioning are not ordinary sanctions. They are sanctions that seek specific measures. Now the question before us, is Azurrdin Mohamed a national security threat? Is he a security risk for Guyana? And let me be elusively clear on this also. Yes, he is a risk for Guyana. He is a risk for many reasons. And because he is a risk, the sanctions outline a series of effects that will come about as a result of the sanctions itself. And why is he a security risk to our country? He is a risk to our financial system. I would ask the media and all its handlers to ask the commercial banks why they cannot conduct financial transactions with him. Ask the insurance companies why they cannot conduct transactions with him. Ask the persons who rented his buildings why they had to exit his buildings and cannot conduct financial transactions with him. So, when we speak about national security, we're speaking about the security of our state, our natural resources, our financial system, everything. So, yes, he is a risk to our financial system. Yes, the sanction identify him as a key figure in gold smuggling, defrauding the state of Guyana over $50 million in just about 5 years. So yes, is he a threat, security threat to our financial system? Yes. Is he a threat to our natural resources, credibility and transparency? Yes. Who defines this? Not the government of Guyana. The United States government, in its sanction that did a comprehensive investigation, has identified him as a threat to our financial system, as a threat to our natural resources system. He is also a threat to our diplomacy. And our diplomacy is linked to the defense of our sovereignty and territorial integrity. In those sanctions, the US government has made it very clear that the US government or agencies or businesses cannot conduct business with him. So is he a threat to our diplomacy? Yes. Is our diplomacy linked to our national security? Yes. Is our security linked to our relationship with key allies like the US in defense of our border, Yes, it is. This does not require rocket science. These are the facts. Our national security and the greatest threat is that of Venezuela. Is Azurrdin Mohamed a threat to the defense of this border against Venezuela? Yes, because our key ally has
President Irfan Ali, I only have positive words to express how I feel about you. Progressive, people-centered, good leadership skills in terms of leading your government. I feel you're genuine in what you do for this country. But your statement here has to be followed up by action. As you know, President Ali, I am nobody's lackey as much as people would want to make it out to be that way. When I see things, I talk about it. I have great respect for where you have come from and where you have taken this country. Great respect. Nothing negative to say about it. Although there are things I would critique on that I think could be done better, but I would suggest that I'm limited in my capacity because you have obviously outdone me. Yes, I'm known, I'm famous and everything else. But as it relates to performance, you, President Irfan Ali, has outdone me. What I'm asking you, President Ali, is if this statement that you're making here is serious, and we've gone from the Mohammeds being just thieves and criminal within this country to yourself and even Congress, members of the United States, seeing him as a security threat, a national security threat, by the way. I'm asking you, what is the plan thereafter? Because I now become fearful for myself and most Guyanese. You'll now listen to the president, what else the president has to say.
Identified him to the extent that he is sanctioned by them. Let's move on. Let us not be naive about this. This is not about the government of Guyana. This is about our security, architecture, and infrastructure. We know, and we are clear, all of us are clear, about our key partners in the defense of our borders. This is not about politics. This is about our country. This is about our security. And let me be very clear. These investigations were there long before he announced his political ambition or aspirations.
Not only investigation, the sanctions also. He always said he had no political aspirations. What most Guyanese do not know. This is a scared cat. Now, the Mohammeds only have one option. If Azurrdin Mohamed were to become the president of Guyana, a president of a country has a level of diplomatic immunity. But under what circumstances will the Americans be willing to work with that? If your actions are so egregious, like Maduro Maduro fly and went to Argyle, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we went there and we negotiated a deal. He could have flown. Can't go to America. But America still seizes his planes. So they keep shutting you off. So he is playing in his head that presidential immunity will be able to save him and his family. Because he's already in it. That is the only game. The Mohammeds only have two options. One that they delusionally give themselves. That if he somehow got to be the president, this could be a haven for him. Like Maduro. Maduro doesn't need to go nowhere, you know. It's 31 million people. They got rail, gas and oil, rail gold, rail resources in the 5th largest oil reserve in the world. Maduro doesn't need to go nowhere. Maduro living and eating and doing well as fly on plane. It's the people in Venezuela, it's the Venezuelan people suffering. So Mohammed has two options. A delusionary one that he gave himself, Azurrdin Mohamed. A delusionary option that he gave himself, and the other option, go on America and serve and do your time and come back like Raji Khan. Go and do your time and come back. Let's listen to the president.
These things did not come about yesterday. The congressmen and women, I'm sure, are given brief about every individual. The government of Ghana don't influence what these people say. They have an entire office, an entire infrastructure that verify, that research, that give them information. That is not the role of the government of Ghana. And if the US has identified potential risk for Ghana, we have a responsibility to address and go deeper to find out what are the linkages to this risk. What are the connections to this risk?
Man, President Ali, what you talking now, man? What do you mean linkages? Me and I was body friend. More than you. And when me find out what the risk, by the time the white people check 2 hole and check my A's hole and check my back, me run. What do you mean what's the risk? Maurice lose the visa, just go in and check the Ferrari. Everybody lose the visa around them. They ain't got nobody who could travel. Nobody who associated working with the Mohammeds are known that has a visa. Not because they ain't apply, because none of them can get. What do you mean, where's the risk? Man, President Ali, now make we get wrong this morning, man. Now let me go up the road this morning, man.
What does this risk expose our country to? So the US government has made it clear that they have enough evidence which they're pursuing in relation to this matter. It is not the government that accuse or publicize. It's not the government that publicize Azurrdin Mohamed linked to gold smuggling, drug trafficking, links to Venezuela, and other illegalities. These accusations of publication was not the government of Ghana. It is Reuters that published an international article in which they claim that they have enough evidence based on their research to link Azurrdin Mohamed to the things that they identified: gold smuggling, drug trafficking, links to Venezuela, illegality. So, and this was long before he announced his candidacy. So this sympathy narrative, as if the government of Ghana is the entity that is going after him, is totally false. The government of Ghana has a responsibility to secure our country, secure our people, secure our institution, and we are investigating all the links that put our financial system, our natural resources, our borders, our national security, our diplomacy at risk. Because we have to do it, we must do it in keeping with our national interests. And perhaps those who are in charge of the system prior to this government coming in place should also say whether they were aware or they have had information of the risk this individual posed to our national security.
No, man, how they gonna do that, Mr. President? Everybody take money. All them people from them political people take money. They want to finance everybody. They want to finance, and here they can't sue for that. Because now they would have to come and show, just like when the time they start cussing Selwyn Peters, and Selwyn Peters produced some receipts how he show how much money he give the PNC. The Mohammeds that finance all parties, including at one time the PUP. You get donor, banks, the DDL, everybody's do it. Election time, you support. You understand? And if you're a prudent businessman, you know what's going on, you just give everybody. You get some businessman only get the PUP, I only get the PNC. If you know what's going on, make sure who you like, you give more. Who you like, you give less, but you're giving. That's how politics has gone. Stay good in everybody's books. Right?
They should honestly speak about this. We have no interest in going after, I don't even want to say political lightweight, like Azurrdin Mohamed. Let me be very clear. It is international agencies and...
No, that's me work, man. Left it to me, man. Left that. I'm gonna squabble aside. You're president, you gotta run country, build bridge. Then I you work, Mr. President. Left that. Want me, let the police do the work. Let Soku do the work. I am asking, I want to listen to the president thing, but you know, as governor attack, I can't help myself. When he come and say he ain't got no interest in going after the Americans put sanctions, I ain't understand what's going on. I ain't understand what's going on. America never said that he stole, he evaded taxes from 10,000 kilograms a day gold. He said Guyana gold. Mr. President, I asked the other day, and see, yesterday I asked the president what really going on with them, and next day the president come out and it sound like a defense. I know what's going on here. All I want to hear about is jail. You understand? Why is so cool in moving? That's all I want to hear about.
Entities and governments that has made it very clear. Is there an active investigation on Azurrdin Mohamed, internationally and locally? Yes, we all know this.
Oh, now you're talking, Mr. President. Now you're talking. I mean, I want to know how you talk so. Like you've been a representative. Oh, you change your mouth. You hear what me saying? You change your mouth. All right. Let me listen to what you guys say.
This is public information. Long before he announced his presidency, after the sanctions, a series of actions based on evidence and information that is submitted continues to be pursued. I am not at liberty to speak at length about these, but the security agencies, international, US, and locally, are aware of this.
Yes, my brother, trying to get you on the WhatsApp. What's up?
I'm returning a missed call. Talk to me.
Yeah. Man, listen. I'm disappointed in everything that I'm looking at. You know, this smoke screen that the government is putting up is to confuse the people. When I look at what is happening in that country, it is confusing the people. Most Guyanese that are living in the country can't even see what's happening right before their eyes. You have a foreign entity in your country. You have many foreign entities in your country sucking down your oil. The current administration, albeit, you know, things are happening for the country, but they are being controlled by these foreign entities, and most people can't see that. You have an election coming up, and instead of them talking about what they're going to do for the country and how they're going to continue to do what is necessary to make sure that everybody can live a life that is prosperous and quality of life, they're talking about some local individual who is doing X, Y, Z. He's a small fish in a big pond.
Well,
You have billions of barrels of oil.
if I may explain, it's unfortunate that the country's election has come down to this. It can't happen how you thinking about it from where you watching from outside. The same individual goes around the country and lead lies and deceit. Now, what you asking about there? What gonna happen? What you want is the government to school the dunce people, and indeed they need to do that, the script heads. But when the government releases the manifesto, the PPP government, the last manifesto they had, they did the manifesto and times over. So this election is never what the government, whatever the government said they're going to do, whatever the government do last year, you know, is more doing. The next term is more house lot, more cash grant, more is more. You just start, you could think it up in your head. All the streets gonna be completed, all the highways gonna be completed, everybody gonna be nice. The real problem is the people who never reach to. The criminal, the sanctioned man, goes to communities of people in tech savvy, and so they're watching me and they're watching he. Holding them and watch things and laugh. Then I read and so. He goes to the community and tell people, you know, under shed with ENL, and he go under shed with the government bill. Across from health center with the government bill, tell people, the government they do none for you. We want the people and build individual mansion for this country, you go and build for them. It's you thief all the taxpayers' money. You understand? This thing got bust up for we. American people don't get 15% right off the bat from the low carbon development money. What Portuguese people get? What Portuguese people get it right off the bat? What black people get? They ain't got a black cut or an Indian cut. American people don't get a whole cut. A fixed amount. All right. Respect rainforest is their area, they feel it. I be give them that. You understand? You gotta respect that. Me want to take bread out your mouth. The American people have always had the first preference of the gold-bearing jobs with the real money, the El Dorado. What to do with that? In the personal life. Let me get serious and start discussing. In your personal life, what to do? Your whole life you're a bushman, you're walking hammer in your mind, you're living in some bush. What to do? Ask fucking DDL and Banks DH what to do. Let me get real and start talking real thing. Bushman ain't making money now. Everybody know Bushman is money, man is make money. Because American people, they're in them areas, like where we bring people for work with we in the bush. We believe they're coming from Morocco. When you hear a man come from road, Buxton and so, you call it Highlander. Coastlander. But the Amerindians have always had that opportunity. You got electricity bill for pay. You're living manually, you could catch your own thing and all that. You got all of that. What happened? What you do with it? Now it becomes, does your plight. Does your plight because we got it out here. Partner, there ain't got no fish no way for we catch. We can't feed ourselves out here. All the trees that cut down the fucking supermarket, you gotta go and buy things. When you go to Harlem, when your community people could go out and get things and find food. Out here you can't go to the rubbish bin, you gotta go. How do you buy anything you go in here? The only way you could go is rubbish bin to find food. The problem is nobody want to tell these people this thing. Like Linden, everybody crying. Oh God, Linden is the bad. That's your fucking problem. You all had the cheapest electricity since the beginning of time. Nobody use a sense for open factory in Linden. For manufacture thing and bring to tongue. Linden electricity cheaper than Trinidad. And Trinidad buying banana and carry it over there because the electricity cheap. And fry banana and come back. Fry plantain, I mean. And bring back to Guyana. Nobody is to buy Linden electricity cheap. Let me open factories in Linden. I ain't open no factory in fucking Linden. I ain't care about them. Me falling for discount no more. When you start something good, the next thing they start black up bridge and burn down fucking place like donkey. Let people really try with them. I ain't falling for them. But nobody use the sense for them. Why you believe it is affordable to move? They got a moving back that is affordable because of Linden electricity price. If it was Jarshton electricity price, industry could not operate in Linden. And nobody in say, let me come off and let me open a little factory. Use the electricity for open factory. Because there is an electricity supply. A consistent way. Linden start a blackout. Rarely there's get blackout and fucking electricity that cheap. Want them to start riots for though. Because if you want for Linden electricity being subsidized. Now you don't know the government paying for make sure you get cheap fuel. You're not capitalized on that. All planting chip factory supposed to be in Linden. All them Chinese man. No man go there invest in there. You gotta invest in yourself. Blocks. Abel blocks. Those things that take oven for bake them. The clay bricks. Right in the back down they got the land with the orchards make the kind of clay, bring them and make the blocks. We bring them from Trinidad. Sean Henry, this guy is so racist. Facts is not racism. Facts is not racism. What's happened? Facts don't sound the way you like it for sound. But facts is not racism. You understand? Facts don't always sound how you like it for sound. You tell me who capitalized on that. I said I'm going to talk about it today. And then I calculate, me ain't going to make no investment in Linden for them people come burn up me fucking they broke up meeting when they get a fucking symptoms. And PNC they're like, hey, they start doing all discount. You take the how you want. Yes, sir. You take it all you want. Like Black Bush. You ever been to Black Bush? Predominantly Indian community. They have capitalized on the land. The main source for greens out of Guyana. Like this energy thing. Where we're going to set up gas to shore. We're going to use the gas. And then Wales, we could set up industries. For electricity supply. But Linden has always had an advantageous electricity supply. I have not heard about one enterprise that has capitalized on that in Linden. And electricity costs are high. is subsidized by the government in Linden. Because they don't want worry up and rile up opposition people. Me, you could burn down your fucking tongue for all I care, I don't care. I'd fly over Linden. Yes, I'm glad they get road, I'm glad they get highway and all of that. Not me. Me ain't going to build none for nobody broke. They gone the other day when with somebody get shooting and then gone and burn up the Chinese people were building the bridge thing. You imagine burn up the people who were building the bridge for you, Christ? I've never met a set of people who will ever fuck up themselves like opposition people. You understand? Like when Indian people get up in the feelings. Here laugh. When Indian people got up in the feelings and bad settlement, let me get a laugh. Then come up on the street of bad settlement. And bad settlement is the township area, right? And they move up the road, the protest and so they manipulate this protest specifically, you know. Not by the Chinese business, not by nobody business and so. They're up the road for the open field area. You understand? Battle, pelt, pump, police, If it's opposition people, they run and broken up their own fucking family place. They're broken up their own place. And it's not Guyana alone. America, you see, they run and broke up the fucking store in the village. The mom and pop store, the fucking people in the store in the village. Yeah, Indian people? They're down the road pelting brick. When I go for stop the riots, I see what's going on here. But y'all gonna broke up them business. Nobody going by them fucking business and no tomorrow business gotta go on. When the government change, business gotta go on. Yes, Linden, they block the fucking bridge. We're bringing in money for the thing. I'm breaking up and burning up thing. They people thing. Yes, sir? I like me would use them thing as a cleanup campaign. Bring out, get everybody for bring out all the garbage and burn them. So you're seeing lots of heaps of fire, but people still get them to move and so. And when we done, right? Remember the optics is the politicians seeing lots of fire burning all about the place. But when you're done, Linden clean because you burn the rubbish. You understand? And pass it off as riot. Yeah. So this game where they're playing, the problem with is people who want to tell the truth. Let me hear to the president, guys. Let me go to Ian Allen. Me and the people who run Ian Allen out the place.
The public is aware of this. Mr. Azurrdin Mohamed is aware of this. So this narrative to gain sympathy by blaming the government of Guyana is a lie of the highest order. So yes, are we aware of active investigations? Yes, of course. The public is aware. The international community is aware. The financial system is aware. The narrative that we somehow can control and direct what congressmen and women can say is totally out of place. As I mentioned earlier, these people have an entire mechanism through which to do their work. Azurrdin Mohamed.
I call the man name so much time, man.
To the People's Progressive Party electoral victory.
The man is fucking irrelevant.
Absolutely. In his imaginative head, he may believe our support is strong.
My uncle says he's a narcissist and delusional. Here was the strategy. I telling a man last night. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Yeah, brother.
You should remember the congressman, the two congressmen who went come at Jim Jones' place when the man go to the airport and shoot up the plane and kill the man and so. You remember the story?
Yeah.
And there's no like another scenario we heading into a Jim Jones scenario we heading into.
It is a Jim Jones scenario, but Congress here. Congress has always played the American has always played an integral role all over the world. You're not seeing what is going on in Uganda, in Zimbabwe, all over the world. Yeah. Jim Jones. No, the Jim Jones and the Jim Jones. Yeah. Safe. So here what I tell you. Let me give you a laugh. Let me give you a little secret. Me will give my farmer friend and associate a little secret. Right? This is from my opinion. And what is going on. So, most Indian people and black people have chosen or feel that they have to represent a side. So what happens when they feel dissatisfied? This is the majority, 75% of them. 75% of them have chosen. When they feel disenfranchised, the black people like the PNC, they wouldn't vote for the PVP. What they would do is sit back. Likewise, the Indians in the PVP. Somewhere about 50 to 75% of the voters are fixed in their ways based on race. The PPP over the last 5 years has been able to change that dynamics by making sure whatever is dispensed equally. Right? The opportunities are presented. You take it. House lot. Actually, house lot. You ever apply? No. You serious? You gotta make this down your name for the list. If you ask 100 black people, if you apply, 50 of them gonna say yes. If you ask 100 Indian people, if they apply 200 times. Each one apply 2 times. So the government put the opportunities out there. This is no joke. You go and ask 100 black persons, have you applied for? You want house lot? Yes. Where? Have you applied? Sure. Only 50 of them apply. You ask Indian people, you apply for land, house lot, 100 of them. Yes, me apply 2 times. Me apply, my mother apply, my sister apply, my auntie apply, my father apply, my great-grandfather apply, and we put an application in for our dead. My grandfather didn't get, but we hope he forget for he. He didn't live for get our house lot. But we hoping for he get something in the name, even in debt. You understand? Them not make joke with that. But, so when the receiving end is so to receive, because some people are make requests. Because right away, bear in mind, the blacks ain't come up by themselves. The attitude is a political narrative that is just, no, don't want the PVP, them evil, don't got nothing to do with them. There's a big corruption, only friend and family just get land. Must pass in front of my house and see. Crippled man, blind man, deaf man, woman, child, auntie man, lesbian, him there, them there. Who we went, when come, how come, now come. You understand? If you go in, housing with a leopard fucking mask, once you got Guyanese ID card, you can get a house lad. Then case who? You understand? Whether it was an old whore, old thief, old convict, they don't care is who. You can get a house lad once you apply. Right? And people don't get that. A white cross section of people are being misled.
Imaginative head. He may believe our support is strong, intact.
Just for information to the president, I could highlight and educate him in areas that he might be misinformed. Ahead is a complete structure that is made up mainly, one of the biggest components is a skull that has to have a brain inside. What Azurrdin Mohamed has is his tin and cup on a shoulder. He's a script head. Well, Prince Scripthead. Right? So we with the president, yes.
And we don't need to move away from facts and what is there. So don't use your current situation that you brought upon yourself because of your action to paint a picture of political victimization. The world and every right-thinking guy
Hey, but here,
know that this
the truth is, Air finally depends country this by, you know. I tell you. Yo, Irfan Ali and the PPB that bears country this by. This is the truth. Here why. Elon Musk and Trump was like this. Elon Musk said do not illegal. Elon Musk just rank talk and Trump said, man, y'all look at the possibility of revoking the deportees count. Irfan Ali, you got the Americans backing you. Collect that by, drop him at the airport and tell the Americans collect his count. What's all this talk? Is America doing everything so far? Y'all do nothing yet. The PPP, the government, they do nothing yet. The police ain't do nothing yet. GRA ain't do nothing yet. SOCO ain't do nothing yet. What's all this talk about? Am I wrong? That Trump friend was he friend? They were inseparable. Trump sending into all them ministry got to do that kind of craziness. And he ran track and Trump said, yeah, look at the person, deportees count. A citizen, deportee, revoke his citizenship and send him off. And the man got one of the biggest businesses in America.
total lie and far from the truth. So, as your president, unlike Mr. Azurrdin Mohamed, who can act selfishly and sacrifice our national security, I have a responsibility as your president to ensure our national security, to ensure our country remains strong, stable, and secure, and also to ensure that our relationship with our allies and our diplomatic work is intact to secure every square inch of this country. And that
The delusional
is my
the delusional thing in Cuphead by somehow come up with the idea that he can get immunity. You ever hear about the president named Noriega? Noriega was a popular president. Bear in mind, voted in. The Americans gonna pick you up and put you in American jail. Noriega, yeah, I'll find out the story better. This here is a game to see how Irfan Ali will act. Y'all got to do what y'all gotta do. If 2 ministers and say gotta go with it, let it go long, we ain't got no time. Irfan Ali needs an overwhelming majority in Parliament to be able to come and sweep in actions to 2030. By 2030, our country will be on the top of the world. Infrastructure, we done sustainable. The only country in the world can sustain itself with food. We provide all the food we need. When you get gas to shore, even the sweets and everything will be manufactured in Guyana. I'm hoping the health ministry is ready for that. The food and drug department is ready for that. Whereas we getting healthy things. You're manufacturing healthy things. And then shit we're manufacturing in America. Hear this madness here happening. Yes, with the Ian Allen thing. I didn't even know this happened.
But do you have they accepted it and did they approve it? Do you have documents to show that?
I have they asked to submit evidence.
Okay.
I submitted WhatsApp messages showing that he approved it.
He submit WhatsApp messages. What part of the world you could go and say, yes, I paid my taxes via WhatsApp messages? Fucking delusion.
WhatsApp messages, bitch.
Okay, tell me something. We are here on Sunday.
Yes, imagine how they're coming after me.
Tell me.
I can't even get a flight out of Oval Airport. Can't even get a flight, out of Oval Airport.
Most, even regional airline businesses, have ties to the United States to service your planes and all these things. Buying fuel, there's so much ties, getting you spares for your planes. No legitimate airline will do business with a sanctioned entity. Here why. Nobody wants to make a mistake. If you go up with he in a plane and the plane going international airspace, by some chance a flight will make a circle or something and the Americans can't they want the plane, they divert the plane. You plane gone with he. I went in a plane with he at time, and by the time we land, I'll be taking pictures and posting. People ask me, what is wrong with you, boy? What you doing there? I said, we mean is me and a partner flying a plane. I would have ended up in a jail. I did not know, and he telling me that, well, the Americans investigating them, and they man tell you, they man glad for me he in jail together.
Come here. I gotta take a boat that's gonna take 2 to 3 hours.
You gotta take a boat, man. You got multiple boats, man. Oh God. You got multiple boats. Ian Allen take boat for come see you in Carpetabuto, man. You got multiple boats. Everything. Here what now? They're trying to make everything out. Like it's a force questions you got. Here, watch when the real questions reach you. Watch.
It's a clear case of victimization.
Right.
Get gold exports. Do you need that?
No, we have what you gotta know about the modus of operandi. That's what I know. If all this gold gotta leave this country, you just can't, walk through this airport with gold. Gold is a heavy.
Why would the US make such a strong claim?
I know all the gold was declared in the United States.
Now, this was brought to my attention last night. This is their plan.
It is
Listen to this.
US, United States of America, making a claim against you, Mr. Mohamed. You tell me about that.
I don't know about that. I know all the gold was declared in the United States.
So all the gold was declared in the United States. Can Azurrdin Mohamed say, why is the US holding $5 million US worth of gold in Miami? That was the laundering process. Taking the gold to the United States, creating fictitious documents here, producing different documents and declaring that same in the United States. Now, bear in mind, the Mohammeds are sanctioned for tax evasion in Guyana, and corruption in Guyana. The criminal matters against them, wire fraud, money laundering, those are still active investigations. Because remember, if the US government is saying you took gold evaded taxes, and then you pass it through we, that itself is an illegality. The American aspect, he's sanctioned, his father's sanctioned based on what they do in Guyana. Why you fraud and all them things now, find out about. Transferring money that is supposed to laundering and all them is a different set, just criminal. There's a different set of jail for them. Nobody time about that. He accept, and when that day he had them, he talked to the liars, and there's the defense. We declared everything what happened with we happening in Guyana. That's the yard business. This is our American business. Here is he saying it?
the U.S., United States of America, making a claim against you, Mr. Mohamed. You tell me about that.
I don't know about that. I know all the gold was declared in the United States.
If you believe,
he declared that the gold in the United States. What's the bacchanal start here now? When you ask the question about he, so you know everything about the government, but ask about he.
if you believe the fact sanctions are unfair or politically motivated, have you taken any legal steps to challenge or appeal them? If you believe yes, what are the challenges that you have taken? The steps that you have taken to defend yourself?
Attorneys in the U.S. Or fact attorneys, yeah, you know that present.
I didn't know they had OFAC attorneys. He got OFAC attorneys. Oh fuck, he got attorneys. Oh, yeah,
You have blocked from engaging with U.S. financial institutions. How would you lead a country whose largest oil partners and investors include American firms?
Very soon, these sanctions should be.
How?
Does the promise? Very soon these sanctions should be lifted. There's the premise you go in. Let me guys see if we get some feedback, some echo. We're going on there. You see the comments and say we get a feedback. What's the cast?
We don't. It's echoing? We don't have an echo. Apparently,
Yeah, still getting it?
You're working on it. The attorneys are. Could you tell us who are the attorneys?
No, I don't want to mention that. I can't mention the
I mean, given.
You can't mention the attorneys. I ain't gonna lie, I believe America's a big joke. Y'all remember Roger Khan's attorney? Let me get his story up for you. His name was Saul. U.S. States versus Guyana president should take lie detector test in Raja County. United States Sheikh Raja can defend that. He had an attorney. Y'all remember the attorney name, man? So Raja Khan had an attorney. And the attorney do some mix-up thing. Raja Khan, they're back in Guyana living a nice life, and the attorney still in jail. Imagine he's the attorney for representee. You believe any attorney taking chance at this one, is it? There are laws. Everybody has rights. And when he goes and when he's indicted and extradited, he has the right to an attorney. Take whichever attorney you want. But until then, they walk in a tin rope. It's the same thing with Odessa. Odessa go for the lobbying forum and lose your visa as they go between he and the lobbying forum.
You are blocked
You are also engaging with U.S. financial institution. How would you lead a country now? I realize that you are vying for.
If I was black from Canada, he was still leading the whole country. He had 19.
And he wasn't black from Canada. The Canadians refused him entry by not giving him a visa. Mohamed Irfan Ali never had any sanctions against him. And it could be said not giving a visa is a form of sanction. But it was on public, it's just at the time, he was tied up in much controversy, brought against 19 charges brought against him by the then devious government. And the Canadians calculated, look, we want no escape thing and all them thing. We can't get you a visa this time. He was not given a visa, and the Canadians never explained why they didn't give him a visa.
Right.
19 for a charge.
Right.
He was back from Canada.
Yes.
He was back from Canada. The Prime Minister for India. He was sanctioned. Today he's one of the top leaders.
Yes, that was his delusion. You hear what they put in here, the Prime Minister, so he calculated here, they got two way out. Jail in America or get to the top of Guyana.
I do have that kind of, if you are saying that, you are saying that.
Senior President.
Yeah, but given that you are blocked from engaging with U.S. firms financially, how do you lead? And I mean, if you become president, how are you going to lead this great nation? This is a great nation, Ghana is a great nation. I was so impressed with the resources and whatnot, the infrastructure.
No, they did the fight, bro.
It's just that my business. My business is Mohammed's Enterprise, Hadi's World Incorporated.
Resources and whatnot, the infrastructure, a lot of things happening. How would you, this is a great nation. How would you lead a nation like this when you are in a position where you are blocked from doing anything with the U.S.?
It's just that my business. My business is Mohammed's Enterprise, Hadi's World Incorporated. Cannot do businesses with the United States of America. My business.
Azurrdin Imtiaz Mohamed, Azurrdin Mohamed, Team Mohamed, Nazar Mohamed, Nazar Shell Mohamed, Mohamed Enterprise, Hadi's World, Team Mohamed. Not do business with US companies. Can't do no business with nobody who don't want to get implicated in illegality or have sanctions brought against them. No bank, no insurance company, no legit business that has ties and look, you could buy things from a mom and pop shop. Azurrdin Mohamed could go to the corner shop or the sweetie stand, the dog food stand, and buy. They ain't got no fucking money for exchange. They ain't got no goods for buy from outside. And this man continues to try to explain. Watch when he can't explain, he said what happened.
My business is Mohammed's Enterprise, Hadi's World Incorporated. Cannot do businesses with the United States of America.
As you know, we got a daily countdown. Let's look at the countdown. Today is July the 2nd. We count down to the 14th and then we count down to election. So it's going to be amazing.
My business is worth that.
Okay.
Let's understand.
Yeah.
Let's play this up. This is a narrative Ali and Jabi want to push.
Well, I can't say Ali and Jabi.
No. So why you don't have a bank account? Ali and Jag, you want to push a narrative? Jump on a plane. Buy a plane ticket. Fly back to Barbados. Azurrdin Mohamed in your campaign. North America, it's only America. He is saying,
my business is Mohammed's Enterprise, Hadi's World Incorporated. Cannot do businesses with the United States of America.
all right. You got guy, when people campaigning, Irfan Ali, We'll go to Canada, we'll go to America. I go in to Canada, America, all over the world, where Guyanese are and ask them to come back and vote. You're a presidential candidate. Go to Suriname. You went to Barbados the other day. Go back to Barbados. You're a presidential candidate now. You went to Barbados the other day just for go on the beach. Go and reach out to the Guyanese in Barbados. Go to Trinidad. Trinidad better yet. Let's call Trinidad Little New York. Go to Trinidad. Since the problem you got is only with America, when campaigning, presidential candidates go around the world looking for people in the diaspora from their country to entice them to come back and vote. Don't worry, the US, go Canada, England, get visa, go there, go England. We have a lot of people in Croydon, London. You'll be greeted there by Norman Brown. The PNC can arrange that. Don't worry, America. It's only America you got problem. Go Brazil. There's a white population of Guyanese in Bovista and other Brazilian cities. Go Suriname. Enough Guyanese in Suriname. Says it's only America. You got it. You go. Go, buddy. It's campaign mode. Go. To explain to people this nonsense you telling people. Only America, the business system.
My business is worse.
Okay.
Let's understand. Yeah. Let's clear this up.
That's why I got broke out. You want to clear it up. Clear, show them. You've always been show and tell. Go to the next country.
You want to push. Right. Well, I can't say they're pushing this, sir. My son has a lot of political overtures, you know. Okay, go ahead, sir. My son should explain, you know, a lot of political overtures we have.
Go ahead.
Excuse? You didn't ask us here in this village permission to come here. This Miss
Odessa. They're behind it, don't realize this man can't make it with that. He can't face this fire. Remember, there's no explanation for their criminality. You can't explain that away. It's no, this is where the bacchanal gets started. Here, Laffy.
Excuse? You didn't ask us here in this village permission to come here. This.
No, man. The man get permission as an extension of Mohammed was invited. Right? They realize, no, oh God, the buyer study. No.
Mr. Mohammed asked and it was granted by the residents. So please don't question that.
Business entrance versus national. Will you commit you placing your business?
Please leave. Please leave.
Racing and Hadis will into a blind trust or diverse entirely if elected president? Tell me. If elected president, what you going to do with all these companies?
Yes, of course.
We are live, sir. We are live. The entire nation, the world is seeing this, sir. I know. Okay, I understand and I respect that. Maybe I should have come to you.
That you didn't ask us permission. Okay. Please.
Will you publicly declare your assets and taxes for the past 10 years?
Yes.
Would you do that, sir? Okay. Would your government invite international anti-corruption observers or agencies to assist in reforming Guyana gold and attractive sectors? Of course. Do you support stronger campaign finance laws and transparency in political donations if these disclosing funds your
campaign? With this man.
Yes.
But presently, not even the PPP does that.
Okay, Guyana has a sensitive history of political and ethnic division. How do you plan to unite the country and build trust across racial, class, and regional lines? Just 3 questions, sir.
Sorry, please.
Go ahead.
We need photograph with Mr. Mohammed and you.
Is it sir? How that does sound like a fucking sir to me though? Well, Ian Allen asked him about sir. Does it sound like a sir?
If elected president, let's answer that question. Yeah, go ahead. Your potential, your perspective, the candidate here, he's answered the questions. Just hold on, please. Guyana has a long sensitive history of political activity. Also, we want to unite the country and build trust across racial, class, and regional lines. Tell me, Mr. Mohamed. Perfect. Just hold on, silence, please. As you can, 2 more questions, and that's it. As you can see, if you follow my page. When? That's so much support. When?
They done watch it. What going on? How you gonna get? You understand how them fucking people illiterate? They done it, yo, this banana. If you understand how you look at his, like for instance, when you got a candidate, everybody listening. Even if you put him outside, you listen to see how we gonna represent. Imagine them people following you. What he just win. Just win. Win in Lato. You take a money. I can't, it's no way. Until learn a new word, win. W-I-N. C-A-T. Cat. C-A-T. Cat. R-A-T. Rat. P-A-T. Pat. P-A-T. Pat. L-A-M-A-T-A. Lamento. W-I-N. Yeah. Auntie come out. Karpabu learn a new 3-letter word. I got pissed me skin. We gotta watch this back. You got this program extended. It's 16-minute program extended. You gotta watch this back. Win. W-I-N. C-A-T. Cat. P-A-T. Pat. R-O-Y. Roy. L-O-L-I. L-O-L-Y. Loli. C-A-C-A. Kaka. H-O-L-E. Kakahol. I'm trying to figure out your position. This is called a back to front body. When you got more belly than Bamsy, you call it a back to front body. You understand? So you got to determine the direction the person heading, you got to watch the head. You understand? You could never watch the body from under the shoulders come down and figure out where is the person going.
They can't come in people's villages.
You know, all the boy got intellectual is the hand movement. You understand? Important hand movements and beer sconty talking.
you commit to term limits, non-interference in judicial freedom of press, even when the...
Now, these are the questions that Ian Allens are asking. Term limits, non-interference of press. These are common questions every presidential candidate is asking. It's not no hyper question. It's not no special question. These are things that presidential candidates should know. Straightforward. These are every presidential candidate outside of the bias of whoever journalist facing off at you. These are straightforward questions. Term limits, press freedom, this, that. Basic thing.
That means they are joining
Trust me, when I take office on the 2nd of September, I will confirm the Chancellor and the Chief Justice.
Do you feel that building houses make you qualified to deliver 50,000 houses lot?
The house lots.
You tell me.
This is a major issue.
This is a major, so we are final from your candidate here.
I would like you to go around the country.
I have no problem with that.
Ask persons if they ever went on their house lot. They received this letter, but they don't even know where the house lot is.
You can't blatantly lie like that. As of today's date, 40-something thousand. Let me get a direct number for y'all. I'm going to answer it.
You understand what I'm saying? They received the letter, but they don't even know where is the house lot.
House lots. You got a couple thousand people who received that letter, but more than 40-something thousand people house lots delivered. Even Fata got a house lot. Even Fata got a house lot delivered to her.
Presidential candidacy, a cover to have your classroom students forgiven. Are you confident? In fact, it's not presidential candidacy, it's cover to have your classroom students forgiven.
What classroom do you? What is the classroom? You tell me.
Well, you tell me. I mean, you are sanctioned. What about persons who get involved with you?
The Prime Minister of India was sanctioned.
You talking about the Prime Minister of India and he's getting his.
Can you? This is a join your understanding.
Bear in mind, this is a struggle now for getting out of this questioning. This is a struggle. Watch laughing.
When? So much need for that.
Can I get a couple minutes? So because I'm sure. On the 14th, you will declare.
Yes.
On the 14th. I have noticed you don't have any sizable support from Guyanese. Your backing seem to be broad rather than sincere. Are you buying the support?
Watch. Bigger come in. Man, no. Part this fight. Presidential candidate getting beat up. Part this fight. What am I looking at here, mommy? Party fight, oh Lord! Oh Lord! You can't answer them question. The bouncer coming. Hold on, let me go back.
Broad rather than sincere. Are you buying the support?
Man, Azurrdin, you can't talk for yourself. Let me talk for you. Azurrdin, remember I was a nursery school teacher. You haven't reached the level yet. W-I-N as W-I-N. So some people are worried as to why this situation end up this way. Let me give you a background. So, Azurrdin attended Mays Secondary School, not QC. Yeah, you notice he put the QC thing on his page. He put them on another page for when people decide to dispute it. He didn't attend QC and he didn't get QC. When he left Mays, here we left with, you gotta get your calculators out. Get your calculators out, you gotta add up. He left with 1 grade 2, 4 grade 3, and 3 grade 4. You got some calculating for today. Like a time a girl come at Regent Street to work with me. So I said, what are your grades? She said 4 grade 4s. I said 4 4s is 16. Your presidential candidate didn't even win at CXC. So his nursery school teacher came in and realized he's still spelling words, Pat and Roy, 3-letter words, W-I-N, W-I-N. So let's get the calculation. And this is a matter of fact. This information could be used publicly. The presidential candidate, Azurrdin Mohamed, wrote CXC with all the money his father had at the time. The people ain't waiting for Fudge Day. Grade so much the high. He wrote CXC, he got 1 grade 2, 4 grade 3, and 3 grade 4. It's like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. It's a maze. It's a maze. Right? So he now has a nursery school teacher that looks on when he's going to answer questions or when he's questioned. And she comes in when he starts to stutter or he's asked words that he don't know to spell. She step in. No, come on. No, we didn't teach him that as yet. No, we don't do 4-letter words presently. Meta, no, he can't spell meta. Don't do that. You're trying to confuse him. You're attacking our presidential candidate.
Your backing seem to be broad rather than sincere. Are you buying the support?
Presidents come in, save me. Play a game. That man done got a plan. That's the dumbest, stupidest plan ever. You got answer questions and put questions to rest. Not everybody in Guyana calculating. Me drop out in third farm. Me was an A-grade student.
Listen to me. This man stop and talk to the president. You can't tell nobody control nobody because nobody can control you. Listen to me. You spoke to the president. You drive on the broker board and come in this place. You don't have the president on the road. He's past this man, mother. Yeah.
So far, I'm getting an updated number, but so far the president's house, 50,000 house lots, he's exceeded 50,000 house lots. The president promised in 2020 of 50,000 house lots. This is straight out of the housing ministry. They've exceeded that, right? Let's see, big session with Azurrdin Mohamed, nursery school teacher.
You could ask a man, what make you think you could run any country, sir? Yes,
that's the questions you ask presidential candidates. That is the questions you ask presidential candidates. Most presidential candidates don't walk around with a nursery school teacher to protect them because them in start spelling 4-letter words yet. Y'all get here. If Azurrdin Mohamed can't answer these questions, y'all get a fucking coloring book fee. Get a coloring book for Azurrdin Mohamed. Let him color. We can't use Scrabble with he. Piecing together words is not he thing. It's a normal question, Odessa. But she's right. She has a nursery school student. She don't want people beating up on her nursery school student.
But sir, we have people who have nobody, you know what?
Azurrdin, you're gonna look like a scone shut your mouth. That's what they're trying to tell you. Azurrdin, you're gonna look like a scone shut your mouth. The whole thing ain't going your way. Azurrdin has never been to hall with educated Indian people or educated black people. Azurrdin's got to go around scrape heads. Well, what he talking sound like it fucking interesting because they're more watching his shades and his shirt and his shoes. If you have to have an intellectual conversation, the bunks got for coming. And if she can't control it, she would bring the fucking Michelin man for you, let me tell you, if you ain't know what's going on. Confusion! Confusion! This man's a presidential candidate. And he can't be asked questions. You ever see the questions that Irfan Ali does answer? You ever hear the questions that Jack Dioda's butt? Wow. They got to stay going to them Amerindian communities. Watch Azurrdin in action for the intellectual level. He don't realize the save video. What should he stand up on can? He don't realize by. Let me not go back into this problem. Yeah, please get a book to and send it over for Azurrdin, the one with the tables at the back. Send it over V. They still got them books though? The one with the tables at the back? Yeah, send it over V. Here, watch the interaction here with somebody. Let me give you all this.
What do you intend to do as it relates to minimum wage and pensions? Minimum wage is too low.
It's going to be a plan for do about it. We know that's why they might ask you the question. We are planning for do about it too low. What do you intend to do? Man, if I ask you again, you don't understand what you intend to do. People talk they want more money. By a great lot. We gonna raise the minimum wage by a great lot. Listen to me. Y'all gonna raise me fucking pressure. Later, y'all take care. Try with his gun, buddy.